What limits you? What do you think limits you? What limits you? Actually, everything you can sense or measure limits you. If you can sense or measure it, it's limits. Because sense or measure is being an effect. When you create something, you don't sense or measure it, you know it. When you sense or measure something, you are not creating it. It's already changed. So, in order to have joy, the joy cannot come from something. You need to put the joy into the thing, and then you don't sense it, you create it. When you sense it, something gives you joy, you're an effect. When you create it, there is joy. So the whole idea of, are you giving joy to things or are you getting joys from things? It's a major thing, because when you get joy from things, it's like a drug that's feels good now, but it's trapping you. You get it? You're trapped by the sugar coating. So you get joy momentarily and you lose your freedom. Sensing, the word sense means to use some sensory material to get a sensation. But when you know, you don't need to measure. For example, I can look if there is a light, so I need eyes to know that there is light. Good. So I have some sensor that see the light, so I'm an effect. But I can just know that I've put the light there. I can just know that you love me. There's no measure, I don't need to measure. I don't go and I say, is she loving me? Let me see, let me connect you to a meter to tell me, you love me or not? I don't need a meter, I know. Now it's true. But if I need a meter, it's a temporary thing, it's something that you create on me and it's not real.
And when I'm painting something?
When you paint it, at that moment you have this thing that is wonderful. A second later, the painting is a deterioration of your idea. Yes? Because now it's sensed. But if someone come and don't even look at the paint, but get the idea behind the paint, get you, then the painting is not really important. It's nice to have, but it's not important. So you need to be at cause. You need to be at cause, because if not, the joy is just a decoy. So, you are as effect as things are sensed by you or measured by you. So you are as effect as things are sensed by you or measured by you. Sense is a process of using a device, a measuring device, to give you an indication, to give you a quantity. When you know, you get the quantity without a measuring device. Awareness, unlike knowingness, is a process of you being somewhere, getting some messages, but not creating them. When you know, you create it. So for example, if I run a business and I need to look at the statistics, I'm effect. You need to know the statistic. You need to know what's going on. You need to know the numbers. You need to sense them. Like, I go to a business, and if I run the business, I can do, and I know. No sense. You just know. If you run your business, when you know something, you just know the numbers. You just know what's happening. You know what's happening with this customer, you know. So when you know business, when you're good at something, you don't need a measurement. When the simple thing is, when you're really good a guitar player, for example, you can tune the guitar just by knowing. You just know. You don't even have to listen, you just know. The listening is a via, but even without listening, you will feel it. Who saw this, it was, I think, America Got Talent, with this lady that was deaf and she sang, yes? Yeah. And yes, she felt the beat and whatever, but 99% of her singing was from knowing, because she couldn't hear. You get that? Yeah. So yes, she got the cue from the bass or whatever, but she couldn't hear. So she knew. She didn't need a measuring device to tell her what's going on. So when you need a measuring device to give you the joy, if you didn't tell me 3 times at 7, 10, and 11 that you love me, then you don't love me, that's a measuring device. If you didn't bring me flowers, then you don't love me. If you talk to me like that, then you love me or don't love me. There will be only deterioration. But if you put it there, there is an inevitable 100% result, which is always success. If I put I love you, there is no way that you don't love me back, because I put it there. So the point is that if you wait for things to give you money, to give you admiration, to give you love, to give you success, believe me, there's no way. You need to put the joy into things. And if you put the joy into things, so you know how much joy there is there. If you put the numbers into your business, you know what the numbers are. Okay, so does it make sense? What is the key to fully handling life, to removing all those things that limits you?